Hello, my name is Einar Langfjord. I'm a senior animator on League of Legends at Riot Games. And today I want to answer a question submitted by Samurai Turtle. If you were going to add to the list of 12 principles of animation that addresses the needs of gameplay animation, what would you add? And this is an excellent question. If I were to make a personal list, these would be the principles. Communicate with the player. Make it immersive. Cater to the game. Strong poses, strong characters. So let's go through them one by one. By far, to me, the most important principle would be communicating to the player. Your animation should always do its best to inform the player what is currently happening in the game. Let us use a simple attack as an example. How hard does my attack hit? Is my character a heavy or a fast character? How did the enemy react to my hit? And what is the enemy currently doing? If it's attacking, can I block that attack? Or do I have to dodge it? And when do I dodge? If I get hit, how hard did I get hit? Gameplay is king and should always be the top priority when you're making gameplay animations. And for the game to feel satisfying, fun and fair, you need to make sure that the game is providing all the information the player needs. So ask yourself, what is my animation communicating to the player? So the second thing I wanted to talk about was making it immersive. So that's one of the big reasons we play games, right? We want to feel like this character, or we want to feel like we're a part of this very interesting world. And I think one very good way of doing that is to make your animation very responsive to player input. So a controller really needs to feel like an extension of your arm. So when you hit that button to attack, like it really feels like you're the one swinging that attack. Or when you jump, you feel like you're the one initiating that jump. Another way to also immerse the player is to really like have a sense of physics in the world and have characters react appropriately to those physics. So for example, in a God of War game, a run cycle will probably have like a lot of weight to it to really like sell the world they're in. But maybe in a Mario game you can pull back and have a little more goofier and more fun, free-flowing animations that fit that style of world. As long as it's true to the world they're in, it should feel immersive in the end. The third principle I wanted to talk about is catering to the game. And you probably heard it a lot of times, get your animation in the engine as soon as possible. And there's many reasons for that. One of the most important reasons to me is that lets you see how the player views that animation. So for example, in a MOBA, where it's top down like League of Legends, you really have to know how that animation is gonna look from the intended angle that the game is playing it in. And that also means the animation can probably be seen from all angles, and you need to make sure that the animation look good and real in all of those angles, that you should be able to see it. So really go in and look at what game you're making and like cater to that game's strength. The second reason is also good to do this is that there might actually be great tech in the engine already that you can work with to improve your animation post 3D software. So it could be like jiggle physics or like cool blending options that you don't have access to when you're just in a 3D software, that you now have access to make new things in the engine that you never could have done inside of Maya or 3ds Max. The last thing I want to talk about is strong poses, strong characters. So to me, what separates good character animation from really great character animation is being able to communicate something about that character's personality or story element through animation. So let us use an example of a run animation. What does that run animation tell you about that character? Like Maybe they're more of a supportive type that is there to protect you and help you out. Or maybe it's an enemy that looks super deadly and is going to snap your neck in half if you're not careful and you need to stay away. Personality and poses can have huge gameplay implications. I think a good example is Team Fortress 2, because just with a split second you can know a lot about those characters and what they're capable of. How much health do they have? What are their strengths? I think great character animation can help you both connect with the character and also inform you about gameplay. That's all the principles I had for you today. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.